Some people just cannot wait, huh? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This song is gonna be a whoop-de-doo song. So, my God, some people just pushing me like, "Oh, bro, you're not supposed to be. It's supposed to be live at 1 o'clock." Okay, well, 1 o'clock here in the UK, 3 p.m. in the 250. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. It's your host SG. This is Chill Out Records. Just give me a break, man. Give me a freaking break. Okay, so today's song, I don't know. Okay, you know what? This is what we're gonna do because this song is. I cannot play the song and then you see my face after I've played the song. But this is just one of those songs where I don't know if I want to see. I don't want you guys to see my face when the song is played. So what we're gonna do is we're going to listen to the instrumental, look at the lyrics, and then you guys can ask me questions about the song and what I've written and stuff, and then you will hear the song towards the end of the session. I think that is a safer bet. Anyway, looks like we've got one viewer. Thank you, the loyal fan. Or fans rather. Oh, now we've got two people. Thank you for checking out the channel. Really do appreciate it. Much appreciated, guys. Really do appreciate it. It's like even two people. It's like it motivates me to keep going. So yes. Now the name of the song is called "Offensive Truth." Okay, I touch up on a couple of touchy topics in this one. And it does get a little bit crazy. So, plus I was still experimenting with like different accents, and I was kind of making fun of a couple of people. So, what do you mean that's not fair? That's not fair. We want to see your face behind the song. Ain't such a bad face. Okay? Thank you so much for the compliment. But I'm just no. The song. Okay, it's the way I've rapped the song. It just sounds really bad. Okay, not bad, but it's just too funny and awkward, and it's just one of those songs where I don't know. I've talked about some funny things. Okay, so I've talked about in our culture the way we're supposed to have these arranged marriages and shit. So I've talked about that. I've talked about what's happening in Kenya in regards to the way the women are being handled on the streets. I've talked about that. I've talked about what women kind of like in a man. I've talked about what else have I talked about? Oh yeah, men and their virginities. Yeah, it's a crazy one. What else have I said? I made fun of a couple of friends, obviously, and then and then I talked about stereotypes, obviously stereotypes, and then I've talked about what else have I been talking about? Oh, and just misbehaving in school, basically, all the stupid things that you normally do. Yeah, so there's also that. What else have I talked about? Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, it's okay. Let's hear the beat. So this is what the beat sounds like. Yeah, that's it. It just sounds like that. It's a very calm, chilled out hip hop type of. Well, not hip hop type, but it is a hip hop beat. Very simple, straightforward, because I wanted the person who's listening to this be like, okay, this is what the lyrics sound like. This is what this is what it sounds like. Okay, so let me share my screen and then we can talk about the lyrics. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. So, offensive truth. I don't even know what the hell I was thinking when I wrote this song. It was just one of those crazy songs. Okay, we're just gonna go through the lyrics first because there's no way I am playing this song and then you guys see my face. So we'll just touch up on a couple of the lyrics and I'll play the song towards the end. Okay, and then we'll just call it a day. That's it. Okay, so so I'm 60 years old and I finally graduated. Of course, I felt like I'm gonna cut this off. Yeah, I felt like I kind of joined campus like really late, So by the time I graduated, like people were still relatively young, but they didn't have that much work experience, and I kind of like graduated like really late, and so I kind of felt like 60 years old. I was like, I'm pretty old now, I just I don't know what's gonna happen with my life, And then my mom was like, "I'm glad you made it." My mom had no. This is a fact. Okay, for the 4 years that I was in campus, she had no idea what I was studying. She would go around people and she would go around telling people, "Oh, I think my son he just like works like for WhatsApp or something." I was like, "Mom, oh my God, it's like the reputation just gone down I'm like, I'm studying software engineering. Okay, it's applied computer technology, and a bachelor's of science in applied computer technology, and then I concentrated in software engineering. And I told her for 4 years, and she saw me going to school, and she would never know. Like every time I asked her, so mom, do you know what I've like studied? And I don't know. Is something in the computers or some computers? I'm like, what? What? How can you not know? So it was just so weird and awkward. And then when I finally graduated, she finally like I think on the day of the graduation when I took her along with me to watch me graduate there, it was written there, bachelor's of science. Oh, that's what you studied. Oh my God. Anyway, okay. Then the third line I'm talking about. Then so she's like, but son, why did you break your virginity? Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second here. Okay. First of all, I think for men, okay, there's nothing like virginity or anything like that. It's like it's okay. Well, there is, but it's like when you hit puberty, right? For men, it's like you can't control the whole wet dream thing, right? It just happens. I'm talking from experience. It just happens that you just wake up one morning and then it's like spider webs all over the place and like what the hell are these spider webs going on over here? It just happens. So it's not like I have control over it. It just like when you're hitting that puberty stage, everything's all changing and moving around and stuff. And so she's acting like as if I did it on purpose. So like, why did you break your virginity? Because had you waited, I found this very nice girl for you. Of course, of course, of course. This is the thing about parents. It's like, oh yeah, I got this very nice girl. Oh, I think she's gonna be a perfect fit for you, baby. I'm like, what? What? It's like you haven't even asked me. I haven't even talked to her. I don't even know at that time. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna like go into campus or carry on with my dad's job. It was like, what am I doing? And then they're already planning to like get me like married off and shit. I I haven't even paid bills yet, and you want to find some girl to like get me married off to. What? It was just messed up. So I had to talk about it, okay? And then the awkward thing was like the girl that they wanted to find the girl that they found for me was the one that I hated. So I was just being like sarcastic about it, like, yeah, because there's a possibility that maybe I've already met this girl before your folks have come across her and have suggested that you get to know her, and maybe you've already met this girl and you're like, man, this girl is such a shit fest. I don't want anything to do with her, and you've already done this before your folks have like found like talked to their parents and all that how arranged marriages go. So yeah, so there could also be that possibility that they find someone for you that you've already met beforehand, and you're like, I don't like this person. Just get away from me. you know? And so I was like, yeah, I told you, just leave me the fuck alone. Because you just made it awkward. Now, the thing about our culture is like we're sitting and when we're planning all these things, we're sitting in a group with all the relatives, they're judging you and have all these high expectations off you. Oh, Sim, you know, why don't you go to medical school and become a doctor? What about what I want to do? What about what I want to do? Nobody asks me. It's my life. Like I you can't tell me to go into medical school, right? I was this close to actually joining medical school. You can't tell me to go into medical school and study for 4 years or whatever that course takes, 5 years or something, whatever, and be happy with my life. I don't want to do a job where I'm just cursing it because someone else told me to do it. I want to do something that I love, right? It took me a long time to finally realize that being an introvert and an IT guy is what I want to do for the rest of my life because it is when you get a job that it's not you don't feel like how can I explain this? It's a job that you do that you love. It's not a job anymore. Yes, exactly. It's a hobby. It's something that you love doing, but it's like you don't look at it as a job anymore. So that's how it is for me. And sometimes I get so engrossed in it that I even lose track of time. And I think that's why I've kind of like lost this whole socializing aspect of my life. And I think I'm trying to make up for it now with this whole live bullshit and all that, whatever. But anyway, back to the main point was yeah, so your relatives are just sitting around there in a circle trying to decide what you should be doing with your life. Oh, I think why don't you go into aviation or something? Why don't you become a pilot? And here's the fucked up thing. It's like if you're a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer, those are the only three careers that you have. Everything else is like you're treated like scum, like a beggar. Oh, so you don't want to be a doctor? That means you'll become a maize roaster. Oh, okay. Sab is like they decide your profession even before you're born. Oh, that is absolutely true. Absolutely true. What the freaking hell, man? Why? Why? Okay, I get it. Like, okay, I'm trying to look at it from my point of view. Like, okay, if I was to give birth to a baby, yes, of course, I want to plan their future. I want to, make sure that they go down the route of, make themselves set them up in a way that they are able to self-sustain themselves without my assistance, right? And so obviously I will tell them, yeah, do go into like engineering or something, or pick a high paying job or whatever, right? But at the end of the day, you could be making a lot of money and you're miserable as freaking hell. So I wouldn't want to do that to my kids. If my kid walks up to me and tells me, "Hey, I want to be a maize roaster? Why didn't you tell me that yesterday?" I'll go buy them 20 million, not 20 million, 20,000 maize cobs. Tell them, here, you go start a stand over there in the corner and roast that maize, man. Roast it. Let them discover, okay, because they want to discover their passion, isn't it? You need to know what you want to do with your life, and you can only do that if you don't encourage someone to go out there and go and do it. And I think that's one thing that I wish my parents had done to me was like go out there and explore the world, see what you want to do. I had to do that on my own. I had to be like, nope, I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be, because I hate injections. I hate injections. I can't even stand next to a needle, man. I went to a hospital once. Let's talk about that. That was so Sab is like, they're so good at planning a future for other people's children, but man, if they look at their lives and their kids' lives, just saying, absolutely. Here's another question. Here's another thing. It's like, yes, you want to plan my life out, but what about your life? Look at how your life turned out, right? I appreciate everything that my dad, my mom have done for me up till today, and I really do appreciate it. Fine, but it's not like they were rich, right? So when you can't have someone who's not at that elite level. If it was Bill Gates telling me, hey, I think you should be an IT engineer. Oh, yes, Yes, I can see it has worked for you. I will follow your path, sir. But now you've got someone who's broke as hell, right? He's just trying to make ends meet, and he's trying to come and tell you, yeah, yeah, I want you to be, I don't know, a doctor or some, or a lawyer or something. All these other professions, people just look at them like, oh, you're just a beggar. And you're like, but then why didn't you do that? Because I've seen parents who they themselves are doctors, and then they tell their kids become a doctor because, well, it's working out for them. They can follow in their footsteps. The other thing was, unfortunately, what my dad was doing. It wasn't very profitable at that time. And if you now look at it, if I follow that path, and today what had happened is because of COVID, I would be out. I would be out of a job. In fact, for me, COVID helped me even have more like clients and get more work. So it was kind of crazy, but yeah, I guess it all comes down to you being like discovering yourself, knowing what you want to do in your life, and then just go and pursue it. And you'll never be resentful, because you'll never be resentful. You'll never hate on anyone else because you're like, oh, okay, I picked this career myself. If I wanted to be a maize roaster, I'd freaking maize roast that maize like with passion every day. I'd wake up. This is what I love doing. I'd never be sad. Even if I was making 20 Kenya shillings, I'd be happy because I picked that career, and I'd never blame anyone. I'd never tell my parents made me become a maize roaster. Nah, I'd never. I would never. You hate injections. I pray you get married to a doctor or a nurse. No comments on that. Oh my god, god damn it, Sab. Okay. Oh, this is Risper. All right. Okay, thank you, Risper, for the comment. And so I pray you get married to a doctor or a nurse. Will you get out of the house because she'll be with them all the time? That's a good question. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. So let's see. If I got married to a nurse, how would my life be? I think I would tell her, you keep your freaking injections and your all your medical equipment at the hospital, all right? If I get sick, we're gonna go there. If I get sick. Otherwise, all of these injections and shit, I don't want to see these needles and things in the house. Man, okay, I've not told this story before, but I might as well. It's a quick, short one. There was a time I was sick. I went to the hospital. They put some intravenous thing on me, and then some IV or whatever. They were like something. My water levels or something was low, and they had to put like some what is it called? A drip. Yes, they had to put a drip on me, and they made me lie down, and I fainted. I can't even believe I'm saying this. Yes, I did because man, they were like, because the nurse was like, "What the hell's happening to you, man? It's just a small injection, like a drip thing." And I literally just passed out on the bed. I just passed out, and she was like, "What? How?" Yeah, so I just have this phobia for needles. I don't know. It's just don't even ask me about the COVID injection. But okay, one thing was when I actually went to get the vaccination. Man, the doctors here are amazing. Like the nurses, the doctors, like they really, like the way they did it, like the way they distracted me, and like, oh, just look over there, look at this lollipop. Okay, they didn't do that, obviously, but they just completely distracted me, and then they were like, okay, then they gave me the injection, and I didn't really feel it. But then later on, when I started thinking about it, oh shit, they just injected me. So I started feeling a little woozy. But they were really cool about it. So I kind of like that about that. Anyway, moving on to the next couple of lines. Yeah, so sitting next to your relatives, and then scratching the car. I had to rush back to paint it. I don't know what the hell I was talking about over there. I guess my life is a bitch, and the bitch is the one that you dated. Of course, that's that's obviously true. It's yeah, life is the bitch, and you have to date her. So you just live with it. Yeah, be happy with what you have and move on, isn't it? Stop complaining and crying all the time, 24/7. Now, I wanted to go uptown to meet friends, but had you skated, you would have come across thugs that strip you naked. In Kenya, yeah, because they love to strip girls. And I don't. This is, man. When I wrote this song, this was back in 2015. Yeah, there were a couple of cases that I heard at that time that they were literally stripping girls on the streets. Now it got me thinking. This is how messed up the country is, and I think the reason why the country is in this state is the government has really screwed over the citizens. Okay, with high taxes and poor infrastructure, and now these citizens are so mad. Most of them, men obviously, are so angry. And where are they going to take out their frustration? They're going to take it out on the women and the kids. And so this is what's happening, and it's so bad and messed up. And I mean, I just feel like the government needs to wake up. They need to do something about this. It's so sad that they're just after the money. They just want the money. They want to milk as much money as they can. You know, put the country into debt and then probably just leave the country. You know. Yeah, it's there was another video I was talking about how the own president, the president himself doesn't even have his own money stashed in the country. It's like he's storing it offshore. It's messed up, man. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, it's normal to be living in a yeah. So I was talking about in Kenya because they love to strip girls and get hurled. It's normal, and you're the one living in a sick world. So I was trying to say like yeah, the people that said that the people that were saying that those guys who were stripping girls on the streets were bad was wrong, if that made any sense. Yeah, so it was like the people that were trying to make Kenya a better place were people were pointing fingers at them and being like, why? The country's already gone to shit, so might as well just live with it. So yeah, that's what I was saying about it in that line. Norman reading all day in the hallway. Females fall cray when they see him in a suit looking all gay. So, females fall cray when they see him in a suit looking all gay, and I think it's kind of becoming dominant. So it's not gay in the sense like, yeah, you're gay. I'm talking. What I meant on that line was, if you're, if you look at men today and men 20 years ago, it's like the dress code and the way they behaved. I felt like men 20 years ago or even 10 years ago before the internet were more manly. You know, they even the way they dressed, the way they talked, the way they behaved, they were more manly and just like, yeah, this is me. Listen to me. These are the rules. I know what I'm doing. But if you look at men today and boys, especially younger boys, it's like they're wearing all these tight clothes, getting tattoos all over the place. They've got piercings all over the holes in their bodies, and they have these funny, colorful, rainbow-colored hair, and it's like, and they're talking like, oh yeah, like what the freaking hell is going on? What kind of a world are we living in, man? You know? So and the sad truth is the women are falling prey for these kind of guys, and then they start crying like, oh, he wasn't a real man. Well, you picked him, my darling. Anyway, and then I was like, yeah, man, I'm gangsta, because I was comparing myself to such kind of guys, and then I was like, if I don't call all day, don't be crying about that. So this was another line. What I was saying in this line was, I guess as we've become so dependent on the internet and this mode of communication, it is very easy to catch feelings if you leave someone on scene or you do not pick up their phone call, and it's like, are you the president that I need to stop everything that I'm doing in order to answer your, like, if I'm free, I not if but when I'm free, I will pick up, I will answer you. Don't cry about it. Why are we becoming this society where we just get so touchy and feely, like, oh, he read my message but he didn't reply. Maybe he's in a freaking car accident. Did you think about that? No, you're just thinking about yourself. Oh, he didn't respond to my messages. Maybe he's with another woman. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a wide topic. I think I might have like another session to talk about it, but it was just something that I wanted to put in the song. Now, what does the chorus say? It doesn't really matter whatever I say on this mic. I can rap about being broke or act gay on this mic. People only hit the like if I sing for ya. So here we go. Now, now, I was making fun of a friend that I used to skateboard with. Okay, so a quick backstory about this guy. This guy was a freaking idiot. Okay, his brain did not function like normal people's brains. So every time you'd ask him a question, he'd always start his sentences by saying, now." So, like, hey, bro, do you think you're gonna be able to make it to the skate session? Now. I'm like, what, man? So I was like, I'm just gonna put him in the song. I'm just gonna make fun of him in the song. So yeah, there you go. That's what I ended up doing there. All right, second verse. What are we talking about here? I'm a bad man. I flew in from Afghan. And then the question was, flew in? Yeah, they call me a Batman. So what the hell was I saying here? Okay, what did I mean here? So a guy like me walking around in Kenya, I get a lot of I'm gonna be honest, I get a lot of stares, a lot of criticism. Oh, are you from here? Where did you come from? Like, why? What does it even matter? Why are people so backward thinking? Why can't we just think about how can I collaborate with you so that we can work on something together rather than what does it matter where my race, what my race is, what my ethnicity is, where I was born? What does it matter? What does it matter? Right? How does that? Because you want to categorize me into a specific category based on my looks, which is so messed up and such a backward way of thinking. The thing about I love about London is like they don't, even with the forms that you fill out, they don't ask you about, you can provide that information, your ethnicity and your nationality and all that kind of stuff. Even your gender is optional. Like you don't have to specify that. Job applications, anything. And I just hope, and one day that this can be transferred to Kenya. At some point, people can stop looking at other people based on their race and start judging them and placing them into specific categories, which is just messed up. It's really messed up. And so while I was talking about, yeah, I flew in from Afghanistan, I was trying to like, yeah, fine. You know what? If you're gonna put me in that category, then fine, screw it then. I will behave that in that category then, because it's just messed up. It's really messed up. And even within the African community, there's tribalism because there are all these different tribes. It's like one tribe cannot get along with the another tribe, and for what reason? And they have specific categories. One tribe can do this, and there are all these stereotypes that one tribe can do and the other tribe cannot do. What? What are you guys doing, man? Come on. Oh, it's messed up, man. And so they put me in the category of Indian. I've never been to India. So they put me in the Indian category. So I was like, yeah, open up a convenience store, damn it. Maybe that's what I should do. Yeah, it was just so stupid, right? Then I talked about I've been involved in flights I've been involved in fights and banned from school parties, friends, social sites. Yeah, there was all of this nonsense going on in campus. It's like, how it is. Uh, and then most of this other stuff was just so stupid shit. Because I wanted to stab a man who sent an invite to Pac-Man. I don't know what the hell I was talking about over there. Now I'm going for a class trip to a soda factory. I'm gonna get a pop quiz thrown back to me, if that makes any sense, because it's a soda factory pop quiz. Uh, so I asked to see the school dean. He was cool beans. He knew me and a few teens because we rioted in class, depicted nude scenes. Dude, please. Saw this girl in the cafeteria eating veg food. She's broke. Look at her sitting on the ledge, dude. My brain's like I've never met her before. Forget it. She doesn't like meat. She's a herbivore. What the hell was I talking about here? I don't know, man. I don't know. Then I asked her out and she became pissed with me. Apparently, she didn't share the same ethnicity. Yeah, exactly. Back to the race thing. It's like, oh, whoa, we're not in the same race. Oh, we can't be dating or something like that. Or we can't be friends or we can't hang out. Oh, my relatives or my other friends are going to look at me differently because, they're seeing me hanging out with a white guy or an Indian guy or a black guy. I'm like, what the fuck? What? Man, it's messed up out here, man. Anyway, yeah, then the rest is just stupid shit. And then back to the chorus, and that's basically the song. All right, so I think the session is over. For those of you guys that have checked out the channel, I really do appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow at the same time, same place. And before I go, yeah, like I promised, I will play the song. So, all right, I'm gonna cut my face off so you don't look at me, and because yeah, it's just one of those crazy songs that yeah, okay, so let's stop sharing this, and then obviously that's the album cover. So this is the 7th track. Is this 7th track? This is track 7, I guess. Yes, this is track 7. So track 7, and yeah, we've still got quite a few more tracks to go, and then tomorrow's track is going to be called "Moving On." And I talk about this girl that I dated, and things didn't really work out. And yeah, it's one of those relationship songs. Don't worry, it's not too bad. I really like the beat on that song. So we'll talk about that tomorrow, same time, same place. So before I go, let's hear the offensive truth, and I'm gonna cut off my face. Okay, let's let's go. Here we go.
You've been a very good boy.
Chill Out Records.
Are you ready? Alright, schoolboy, check it. You know who's on the mic right now?
حياكم الجنة من عدوان رشود.
Prepare to get offended. I'm 60 years old and I finally graduated. My mom's like, I'm glad you made it. But son, why did you break your virginity? Cause I had you waited. I found this very nice girl for you. Really? Yeah, the one that you hated. I told you, ma, leave me the fuck alone. Dad, me made it awkward cause I'm sitting next to my relatives. And dad, you blamed it on me for scratching the car, so I had to rush back to paint it. I guess my life is the bitch and the bitch is the one that you dated. I wanted to go uptown to meet friends, but had you skated, you would have come across dogs that strip you naked. Those that love to strip girls and get hurled, it's normal. You're the one living in a sick world. Hey Norman, I'm waiting all day in the hallway where females fall prey when they see him in a suit looking all gay. Man, I'm gangster, ain't got time for that. If you don't call all day, don't be crying about that. It doesn't really matter whatever I say on this mic. I can rap about being broke or act gay on this mic. People only hit the like if I sing for y'all. So here we go, y'all. Now. It doesn't really matter whatever I say on this mic. I can rap about being broke.
No, that's not gonna do it.
People only hit the like if I sing for y'all. So here we go, y'all. Now. I'm a bad man. I flew in from Afghan.
Weird.
Yeah, so call me a Batman who needs to make money.
Hamash, open a convenience store, damn it.
Rad plan, did you know Indian rotis and other snacks can make you write lyrics and become a one-man band? I've been cheated on, involved in fights and banned from school parties, friends, social sites like gangbang. Cause I wanted to stab a man that sent me an invite to Pac-Man. Now I'm going for a class trip to a soda factory. I'm gonna get a pop quiz thrown back to me. So I asked to see the school dean. It was cool beans, he knew me and a few teens. Cause they were rioted in class, depicted nude scenes. Dude, please, saw this girl in the cafeteria eating veg food. She's broke. Look at her sitting on the ledge, dude. My brain's like, I never met her before. Forget it, she doesn't like meat. She's a herbivore. Then I asked her out and she became pissed with me.
Weird and
apparently,
immature.
we didn't share the same ethnicity, but maybe 1,000 volts of insane electricity. Might change your mind if I wanted to gain publicity, but then again, it doesn't really matter whatever I say on this mic. I can rap about being broke or act gay on this mic. People only hit the like if I sing for y'all. So here we go, y'all. Now. It doesn't really matter whatever I say on this mic. I can rap about being broke or act gay on this mic. People only hit the like if I sing for y'all. So here we go, y'all. Now.
Dodi. Roti, toti, toti. I like eating chili.